This video is brought to you by the Local Projects print publication. Head to the description of this video to subscribe now and receive 3 copies each year.
My name is Jorge Hrdina. I'm the architect for Gunnamatta House. Gunnamatta House is located south of Sydney CBD on the bay side of Cronulla. The original brief was really for a very much a family home, connected to the exterior and connected to what's most amazing about this place, and that is the waterfront location. What I like to do often in buildings is create this sense of journey where the people coming to the house to experience the building, obviously there's an anticipation that they will get to the view. But I'd like to hold that into a bit of suspense, and so the journey is not about, oh, when will I get to the view? But rather it's just a sequence of events contains the passerby in that space. So the entry itself is a contained space. Then articulating the next level, which is the kitchen space and the courtyard, the indoor-outdoor between the kitchen and courtyard becomes another whole space. Of course, there are now glimpses of the water, and the main game is to then come down another series of steps to living, dining, and this absolutely stunning view. If there's a disconnection between outside and inside via a large number of staircases, the result can be often apartment-like living. The way that I've resolved that was to introduce a series of comfortable split levels and creating indoor-outdoor spaces at each one of those platform levels. With family living, and particularly families with young kids, I have an idea that parents should be able to supervise their kids from inside the kitchen space, and often that's not the case on a steep block. And so the way we've resolved that here is to lower the living room levels, and then we raise the garden and the pool level as high as possible. So rather than creating full stories, raising gardens and lowering internal spaces, and one achieves a maximum connection between inside and outside. Often on waterfronts, the aspect towards the water is not north, and where there is a constraint of houses quite close by, that challenge was solved by the introduction of a courtyard and almost a quasi, I would say, 2-pavilion design where north light can then filter right through the guts of the building. That same principle is reintroduced on the first level, where we have another quasi-courtyard space, and it's called a gallery, which allows all that north light in the middle of the building. The client's heritage is always really important. In this case, Troy was a local to the area and was born and brought up in this area and knew it intimately well. His wife, on the other hand, is from Spain. Although climatically quite similar in a way, their culture is really interesting in that it's quite colourful and a lot of history. And so that European aspect, and especially the Spanish aspect, did come through in the design a lot. The Spanish have got such an architectural flamboyancy about them. They're colourful, quite bombastic sometimes in personality. They don't take a step backwards, and that's come through in the materiality, such as the stone, the off-form concrete, timber. We use rattan in many parts of the joinery. And then also in the use of the stones and the marbles, they're quite strong in many ways, but that certainly is reflective of the client's cultural backgrounds, in my opinion. With the sandstone, we've used that material a lot. It's a fabulous product that comes from the locality in Sydney. The way that the sandstone is proportioned and hand cut so that it notches in with other proportioned stones is very, very important. It goes to create an everlasting artwork in many respects. For an architect, I think there's many layers of coming to a conclusion in a project. It's not just the physicality of a beautiful building and the craftsmanship that goes into it. It's how good architecture has the capacity to really enhance people's lives. A home should be an anchor and a sanctuary. The most fantastic thing here is that I've had clients that have said to me, George, it's now really home.
Published 3 times a year, the local project hard copy publication contains over 350 pages of curated insight into the latest architecture and design across Australia and New Zealand. Printed on exceptionally high-quality paper stock, the publication is designed to be read and enjoyed over time. A beautiful and valuable addition to any personal library or coffee table. With worldwide delivery available, have the hard copy print publication delivered straight to your door 3 times a year with an annual subscription. Head to the description of this video to subscribe to the triannual print publication.